Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, buckle up because today we're diving into some pretty exciting, potentially game-changing news for the Atlanta Falcons and the entire NFC South division. As you all know, the NFL offseason is where the magic happens, where teams shake things up, and where rumors turn into reality. And right now, there's a buzz that's been growing louder and louder, one that could have major implications for the Falcons' future. It all revolves around a trade involving a former first overall pick, a player who could be the missing piece to elevate Atlanta's defense to a whole new level. So, let's unpack everything that's happening in this wild offseason, what it could mean for the Falcons, and how this move might reshape the division. Starting from the top, the Jacksonville Jaguars are in the spotlight. They've been navigating through their offseason with a lot of strategic moves, trying to get back on track after some ups and downs in recent seasons. And one of the biggest talking points right now is their first-round draft pick from a couple of years ago, Travon Walker. As many of you Falcons fans might remember, Walker was selected first overall in the 2022 NFL Draft, a pick that came with sky-high expectations. The Jaguars saw him as a cornerstone on their defensive line, a potential game winner who could transform their pass rush and anchor their defense for years to come. Now, 3 seasons into his NFL career, Walker has shown flashes of brilliance. He's accumulated 151 pressures, which is a solid number, and has registered 25 sacks, definitely something to be proud of. His 162 tackles also show that he's active and involved, not just rushing the passer, but also contributing to run defense and overall team effort. But here's where things get interesting. Despite these stats, critics and fans alike have been questioning whether Walker has lived up to the first overall pick hype. While he's been decent, he hasn't quite become the dominant force many envisioned when he was drafted, especially considering the expectations that come with being the top pick. And that's exactly why the Jaguars are exploring trade options. They're looking to shake things up, to bring in fresh talent and possibly move Walker to a team that can give him a bigger role or a better environment to flourish. That team, according to recent trade rumors, is the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, that's right. Atlanta could be on the verge of adding a player who, despite not fully reaching his ceiling yet, still possesses tremendous potential. And the reason this makes so much sense for the Falcons is pretty straightforward. They need help on the pass rush. Now, let's talk about the Falcons' current situation on defense. Last season, the team generated a total of 131 pressures, which is a decent number, but they only managed 31 sacks. And those sacks, guys, were the second worst in the entire NFL. That's a clear sign that the pass rush needs a serious upgrade if Atlanta wants to contend seriously in the NFC South and push for playoff success. Adding a young, talented edge rusher like Walker could be exactly what this defense needs to turn things around. Imagine a scenario where Walker, a Georgia native, joins the Falcons. Playing in front of his home crowd, in a system that can harness his talents more effectively, could unlock his full potential. At just 24 years old, he still has plenty of room to grow and develop into a dominant force on the defensive line. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, disrupt plays, and contribute to the run defense would bring immediate benefits, but more importantly, it could set the foundation for a more aggressive, more relentless Falcons defense in the coming seasons. But the potential move isn't just about adding Walker to the roster. It's also about what the Falcons might give up in return. Jacksonville, as we've seen, has other options and draft capital to work with. They could use the picks acquired in this trade to rebuild their roster, especially on the defensive front and possibly elsewhere, helping them get back to their winning ways. For the Falcons, bringing in Walker would mean investing in a player who's still developing, but who has the raw talent, the motor, and the Georgia roots to become a key piece of their defense for years to come. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. For the Falcons, this isn't just about one player. It's about sending a message that they're serious about competing now. They're not content with just being a team on the rise, they want to be a division contender. The NFC South is wide open, with teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints trying to retool, and the Carolina Panthers rebuilding from the ground up. If Atlanta can add a player like Walker, they immediately boost their pass rush, which was a glaring weakness last season. And speaking of last season, it's worth noting how the Falcons' defense performed overall. They generated pressure, but not enough sacks to turn those pressures into game-changing plays. The difference between pressure and sacks can be the difference between winning and losing close games. So, adding a player like Walker, who could potentially turn pressures into sacks, might be the spark they need to get over that hump. Of course, the trade talks are still just rumors at this stage. Nothing is finalized, and teams often keep their cards close to the vest during this period. But the fact that such a move is even being discussed is exciting news for Falcons fans. It signals that the team is actively looking to upgrade their roster and isn't afraid to make bold moves. The NFL offseason is a chess game, and this move could be a checkmate for Atlanta if it comes to fruition. Now, let's also consider the impact on the locker room and the team's culture. Bringing in a player like Walker, a young talent with a lot of upside, could energize the defense and set a tone for the entire team. It's about building a culture of relentless effort, of guys who are hungry to prove themselves and want to be part of something bigger. Walker's Georgia roots could also help him settle in quickly, knowing the local culture and fan support are behind him. As we look ahead, the Falcons' coaching staff, led by head coach Arthur Smith, will undoubtedly be analyzing all options. They understand that building a championship-caliber team requires strategic moves, and adding a player of Walker's caliber could be a pivotal step. It's about balancing the present with an eye on the future, making sure that Atlanta not only competes now, but also sets itself up for sustained success. And for us fans, the excitement is palpable. We're on the edge of our seats wondering if this trade will happen, what it will look like, and how it will reshape our team's destiny. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and this potential move is one of the biggest so far. It's a testament to how serious the Falcons are about competing and making a statement in the NFC South. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So, what do you think, Falcons fans? Are you excited about the possibility of adding Travon Walker to our squad? Do you believe he can develop into the pass rusher we've been dreaming of? Or do you think the team should focus on other areas in the draft or free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Atlanta Falcons. This move, if it happens, could be a game changer, and we want to hear your take on how it might impact our chances next season. Remember, the offseason is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. I'll be right here, keeping you updated on every twist and turn, every rumor, and every confirmed move. Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis, player updates, and everything Falcons related because we're all in this together, building a team that dreams of once again reaching the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Falcons!